We're here at the Concession Golf and Country Club just outside of Bradenton, Florida. Now this is one of the most exclusive golf clubs in the world. It's the brainchild of Jack Nicklaus and Tony Jacklin. How did it all get started? Well, that's what we're going to find out in today's show. We're going to talk to the people that made this place possible. This golf course, by the way, one of the toughest in the world. We'll get you inside the concession and out on the golf course, so stay tuned. In 2006, Golf Digest named the Concession Golf Club the best new private golf course in America, destined to host future major championships. In fact, in 2010, Links magazine said exactly that, saying that the Concession was in the top 10 to host even future U.S. Opens. But the history of this place goes all the way back to 1969. The great Tony Jacklin won the British Open. But 2 months later, he would truly be tested, as he was in the last group at the Ryder Cup to help perhaps Great Britain and Ireland beat the United States for the first time in years. Only one problem. Tony was facing the greatest player in the world, Jack Nicklaus himself. They both hit the 18th green, and I'll let Tony take it from here. Let's go back to Birkdale, 1969. People have countless times interviewed you about this, but as you just said, you and Jack were friends then. But take us back to, a lot of people don't remember that you actually eagled 17. You made a 50-foot putt to bring that match square, but then take us to 18 and what happened?
We both hit good seconds on 18. Mine ran past a pin to the back of the green, and his was about 20 feet. And I putted up 20 inches to 2 feet. And I marked my ball, and then Jack had this 20-footer to win the Ryder Cup outright for America, and he ran it like 4.5 feet by. And I thought, my God, you know, it wasn't a situation where you could say, good.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, this was imminently missable.
Right.
Even by the greatest player in the world.
Right.
And anyway, like the great player is, he holed that return. And before he picked his ball out of the hole, he picked my marker up and said, I don't believe you would have missed that. But I wouldn't give you the opportunity in these circumstances, which was a lovely gesture at the time.
So that moment between the two of you is it's just an iconic moment, and now it is the logo for this club, and it's brought us to this point.
We constructed the course in 2005 and opened January 2006. I would have been comfortable really bowing to Jack's experience, and he has a vast team of guys around him, and let him basically do it. And I said, obviously you can take the lead. He said, Tony, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it together. He said, that's another concession to you.
When we come back, we'll put Tony and Jack's master creation to the test on golf's greatest courses.
So I figure it's time to play a little golf with a head professional here at the Concession Golf Club, who, oh, by the way, has a Jack Nicklaus connection. You see, head professional Barry Hinckley came from Scioto Country Club in Columbus, Ohio. Oh, by the way, the golf course that the one and only Jack Nicklaus grew up on. Let's go play some golf with the pro right now. All right, Barry. Here we are, signature hole. Tell us about this.
Great golf courses generally have a great short par 4, and this is it. This is a golf hole. You can make a 3. It's short. It's 370 yards here from the back tees, but you can make a 6 as quick as you can make a 3.
Tell me how I'd avoid making a 6, will you please? Start me from here. What's my line?
Absolutely. If you kind of see the tee box right in front of us, there's a little tee marker sign there. Right over that sign is going to be great. There's trees that kind of come out on the right side, so the further left you take it, the clearer shot you're going to have for your second shot. Shot of about 250 yards from right here will leave you a perfect second shot. 250. Just don't overcook it? There we go. Perfect, Beau.
Thank you. I love it. Go ball! Go ball! Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Absolutely drilled.
That will be perfect right there.
That's the way it's done.
Well, Beau, I tell you, this is such a great walking golf course. You know, our caddy program is something that we're pretty happy about. It's a great program where walking this golf course is the best way, really, to enjoy it.
Well, I notice you don't have a whole lot of room between green and tee, which is phenomenal. I mean, that allows you to walk the golf course.
Absolutely. I mean, as you know, the golf course sits on 530 acres.
Well, this hole in particular looks like we're playing in Sherwood Forest. I mean, this is Southwest Florida, but you know, for those people out there that haven't been to Southwest Florida that think this whole state is nothing but a big swamp, I say, look at this. Look at these towering pines, the palmettos, the oaks. I mean, this is heaven.
It certainly doesn't give you the feeling of Florida. It definitely has a North Carolina, Georgia kind of feel to this golf course.
And everything seems to be rustic, and then that's intentional, correct?
Absolutely. You know, we wanted, when we opened this golf course, to have the feel that it had been here for 100 years.
Okay, young man, what do we have?
You have 112 yards to the flag.
All right, Mary, I've done what you told me not to do. Got a little too far to the right, and I've got tree trouble, right?
Well, a little bit. You got these trees that overhang here. If you're going to hit it down the right-hand side, as I told you, it needs to be somewhere around 300 yards off the tee. We were probably about 250, 260 off the tee. Still leaves you a wedge in, but a very challenging hole. You've got a creek that runs down the left-hand side in front of the green and all the way down the right. That bunker there you see on the left is going to be a very, very difficult bunker shot. You might struggle to keep it on the green from there.
You like a wedge. A little bit left of the hole is what he's saying. Well, you know, if you can't listen to the head pro, who are you going to listen to? Go, baby. If it's there.
Oh, what a great shot, Beau.
Whoa! That'll never happen again.
What a great shot. You've got a tap in
I
three.
love you, man.
And as I said off the tee, this is a hole where you can make a three, but if that ball was just a couple feet short, it could roll back in the water, you could make a six pretty easily.
Notice you gave it a little bit extra to create some spin, didn't you? Threw it past the hole, now watch it come back. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Little left of the hole.
Look, no, it's still feeding in.
Safety first,
Still
that's right.
feeding in.
I'll leave myself about 10 feet for birdie.
All right, but seriously, a tip for amateurs out there, you obviously were trying to create some spin, so I noticed you really whipped it through the ball. Isn't that how you create spin?
In order to create spin, you need to have a downward descending blow at impact. So
Okay.
you want to make sure you have a forward-leaning shaft, and that golf club head is working down through impact.
Okay.
If you're working up at impact, you're not going to create any spin.
Right.
Always make sure you hit down and through the golf.
So you flew it to 105, backed it up about 10 yards, and you're 8 feet left of the hole. Let's go putt. See, I don't see break, but it's got to go toward the water, don't you think?
Absolutely, yeah. This is going to break probably about a cup right.
You're kidding me.
We'll give it a shot. Let's see what happens.
Right in the back. Now there's the pro right there.
There we go.
I mean, that thing moved, but it went right in the heart.
Beau,
Yeah?
I'm not going to let you putt that. I've seen your stroke.
I'm not going to argue. I love a 3 on a par 4.
That's right.
Let's go. Stay tuned. When we come back, we'll learn more about the Concession Golf Club in Bradenton, Florida on Golf's Greatest Course. Well, just another easy par 3 here, right? What are we looking at?
220 to the middle of the green from right here. Challenging green, everything slopes away from you on the right side, so if you miss the green right, you're going to be down in a little collection area, which is one of the great things about this golf course. It gives you plenty of options when you're around the greens to play a pitch shot or a bump and run or to putt it. It's one of the great things about this golf course.
All right.
Hopefully we're not there.
All right, well, let's see you do it. Oh, pro. Look at him working that draw. So don't go right of the green.
Let's think about where we want to go, not where we don't want to go.
You're right, you're right.
Oh, good swing there.
Thank you.
Beau, I'm
Yeah,
afraid that's going to
might.
be down in that collection area that we talked about.
Ooh, you know what? I hit that solid, but not quite solid enough. Let's go find it and hit it again, Barry.
Sounds good.
Well, this is what you said. I mean, the ball hit off the right fringe, and now I'm here in this collection area.
That's right, and we got the green that's elevated about 5 feet above us. But this is a typical shot, up and down shot we have around the concession. We've got an elevated green, but it gives us plenty of options. You can try to hit a pitch shot or a flop shot and land it on the green. You can putt it up the slope with a putter or with a hybrid. Gives you plenty of options around here to get the ball up and down.
Right.
It's one of the great things about playing this golf course. It's different every day.
Well, you know what? I like to see a ball come off of a little bit of a terrain there. So I think I'm going to play a little wedge just right of the hole and see what I can do.
Fantastic.
Right?
Good luck.
Thank you. Instead of putting it, right? Let's see what we got here. Something like that. So Barry, I've actually changed my mind. I'm going to bump it into the hill.
Yeah, that's one of the options you can play around here. Go ahead and let's give it a shot.
All right, I'm just going to bump into the hill. Oh, it's going left though. Oh, that's not going to be quite hard enough.
Not quite good enough. All right, Beau, 16th hole, 440 yards. Bite off as much as you want to chew off this tee ball.
It looks like it's about 720 yards. All right, so look, the green's over here. Obviously, we can't go that way because that's a 450-yard carry.
To this bunker here that we see out here, to the left side of that bunker from where we are, is 300 yards.
All right.
So we can hit it as all day at that bunker.
I know I can.
Long hitters might be able to take it a little bit further left, but the more left you take it, the more water comes into play.
All right, let's see what you got, pro. Just as smooth as you can get. Look at that.
Oh, good swing there, Beau.
I like it.
Perfect.
I like it. All right, now
Great
hard.
putt, Beau.
Thank you, pro.
Thanks so much for coming out. We're certainly glad to have you and glad to give you the big concession welcome.
Well, Barry, I appreciate it. What a golf course. Amazing place. We'll be right back. Okay, here's a bit of trivia about the Concession Golf Club that only a handful of people in the entire world know about. This, back behind me, was the initial place of the 15th tee. Yeah, these palmettos. But Jack Nicklaus came here in 2005 when the hole was already laid out, and he looked and he saw another dogleg left where he really needed a dogleg right. In fact, where you see those bunkers out there, that's where the original lake on number 15 was. Well, Jack went back to the developers and he said, well, listen, guys, if it really needs to be right, and it does need to be right, then I need you to spend a little bit more money and move the lake. Change the hole in essence. Well, when you're trying to build a legendary golf course that stands the test of time, and it's really going to be Jack Nicklaus's ultimate masterpiece, the home of future US Opens and PGAs and Ryder Cups, well, you know the decision was made correctly. And it certainly plays better as a dogleg right. Here at the Concession, nothing gets overlooked, including the depth of the sand. Now, at the beginning of every season, they test the depth to make sure it's perfect, 4 inches in depth every single time. And then, as you see, they replenish it to get it to where it needs to be. Now, they don't just stop there. With over 800 miles of beaches here in Florida, you would think they could just go to the beach and get the sand, but not the Concession. Here's Tony Jacklin to tell you more.
We wanted angled sand, specifically to stop the ball plugging as much as we could.
Great.
I mean, these bunkers, I think, turned out to be as big a part of the golf course architecture as anything. I think they turned out, I mean, I saw them when they were, you know, in their raw state, when they were sculpted out. Mm-hmm. All the noses on the bunkers were covered with membranes and pinned in so they'd never move, never budge. A lot of work, and a machine never goes into these bunkers here. It's all hand raked.
All hand raked.
They're all hand raked.
This is Terry Kennelly. Now, you're the only greenskeeper this place has ever had, right?
That's correct.
And you're from where originally?
Originally from Michigan.
Okay, I'm from Mississippi, and we, of course, are in Southwest Florida. How do you get these greens this fast?
We mow fairly short, and we double cut them every day.
Double cut them every day?
Every day.
Now, what does that do?
I think it just contributes to a smoother ball roll.
Right.
We do a lot of verti cutting, a lot of top dressing, and mow them extremely short. These are at 1/10 of an inch.
1/10 of an inch. Tony Jacklin's so proud of what you've done here. And he's really proud of the fact that there really is no grain in these greens, and he gives you all the credit. What do you have to say about that?
Well, it's nice, obviously, coming from Tony. I mean, we try to provide a great product, and so far it's paid off.
Any tips on putting the greens?
Don't play a lot of break.
Okay. You got it.
All right.
Terry, thank you very much. Terry Kennelly. To see and hear more of our interview with the great Tony Jacklin on the Concession Golf Club and his wonderful career, just go to our website, golfsgreatestcourses.com.
And now, Beau's top 5 coolest things about the Concession Golf Club. Number 5, the kind of clubhouse you simply can't believe, and the kind of locker room you're probably not going to want to leave. Number 4, the most challenging greens in all of the South, and perhaps America. Number 3, Rolex has placed 41 of their famed clocks around the world. 39 courses have one each. The Concession Golf Club was given 2. Number 2, perhaps the greatest practice facility in all of golf, complete with Titleist Pro Vs. And number 1, an amazing golf course, literally carved out of nature.
Okay, and 520 acres of pure golf, no houses on the golf course, and no out of bounds. Hey, like we say out here, if you can find it and you can hit it, you can play it. But keep in mind, in this part of Florida, you've got every indigenous creature known to Florida living right here, including wild boar. Now, this is a wild boar trap, and this was made by man, so obviously I get a free drop. So I'll establish my relief. I'm going to go 2 club links. And again, if you can find it, you can hit it here at Concession. All right, so, and I've got a little opening here. Oh, I love this. Just watch out for the wild boar, wait on the left side, keep it low, and I'm back in play. You gotta love this kind of golf. Now in today's show, we've played the Concession Golf Club. We've learned the history behind it, and we've met the people that help run it day to day. But my last wish was to actually play number 18 with the legendary Tony Jacklin himself. And I think that's about to happen. You know, that is the mark, one of the marks of a great golf course. I mean, you just told me that, you know, a pretty legendary pro, and he'll remain nameless, shot 86 one day and 65 the next day? Yeah. Unbelievable. Well, thanks to you, you know, me not being a pro, I probably would have shot at this Sunday flag. But thanks to you, I hit a hybrid, and you're a little bit inside me. But this really is, this hole has all the elements of a great finishing hole, doesn't it?
Yeah, oh, it's, this, you know, anything on that right side of the green, is, if you miss it right, you're in the lake. Forget about it. So this is there's a small gap here at the front of this green, and that's the subtlety of this golf course. There's very few holes that you can run the ball into. Of course, you've got to bring it in so high anyway, and with hybrids, you know, it was impossible for us. We did good to get here, but this is the trade-off. You know, you're left with a 40-foot putt.
Well, you coached me because not being a professional,
Speed, and speed about these greens. You just maybe a foot left or something like that, but think speed.
Think speed. Come on, come on, come on. Hey, you know what? I'll take that, Tony.
You're too good for me. My turn?
Little bit.
Take it out when you see the whites of its size.
All right, will do. Looks good to me. Good speed, Tony. Well judged. All right.
Took the break as it slowed down, didn't it?
Well, Tony, we both have a little meat left on the bone.
Sure do.
You know, thank you for this 18 holes today, first of all. Second of all, I read a quote where you said that this place, the Concession, has rekindled your desire to play the game, something like that. I mean...
Yeah, well anybody that's spent 50 years being a pro golfer loves a challenge, and you know, this certainly gives me all of the challenge I ever need. And every time I play, and I don't play that often now, you know, it rekindles that. It needs all of your attention, just like this putt does here. And I can forget about grain because our great superintendent takes care of that.
You've never missed one of these when it counted. World Golf Hall of Fame, 2 majors,
beauty.
4 times Ryder Cup.
Let me just take care of this here. I don't believe you would have missed that putt.
You are not.
I would never give you the opportunity in these circumstances.
You are not. What a great host you are. Tony Jacklin, it's been an honor. Thanks for having me out to your course, the Concession. You and Jack did an amazing job. And folks, you just got to come play this golf course. There's nothing like it. Tony Jacklin, thanks. Hey, don't go anywhere. We're going to have more from the Concession Golf Club in Bradenton, Florida on golf's greatest courses. Stop swinging a big old tin can. The age of the 460cc driver is gone forever thanks to the Hammer X driver. Look at that, no CCs, none whatsoever. Think about the wind resistance being cut down. Think about your club head speed being increased. That's what it's all about. And when you add the flat shaft, look at that. It cuts through the wind just like a knife. You want to hit the ball longer and straighter, you've got to get yourself the new Hammer X driver. I did, and I'm hitting it longer than I ever have. Thanks for joining us here from the Concession Golf Club in beautiful Southwest Florida. We'd like to thank the people that made this all possible. And next time you come back and we'll take you behind the scenes of another of golf's greatest courses.